And we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. We did the interview earlier on with my cousin Keston. It didn't sound very good. It sounded like he was underwater. So we're going to try again and dance again and try and do it again so you can hear his lovely American accent and his forthright views. So without further ado, I bring into the room King Keston. Cuz, how are we doing? Right, we're going to try again. Pardon?
I said, happy to talk to you again.
Great. So we're doing this for the second time. So for those people who don't know who you are or know anything about you, just very quickly give an overview as to who you are and what you're about.
All right. Well, first off, huge boxing fan.
Hold on.
Boxed a little bit back in my day.
Hold on a second. Go hold on.
What's that?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I said, I'm a huge boxing fan. I boxed a little bit back in my day. I trained with a lot of great boxers. I think when you came to visit me, I think the gym that I went to was where Roy Jones was at.
Yes.
And then eventually, we had Tyson would come in every now and then. Yeah, I would train regularly and see Michael Moore, and actually pretty good friends with him, and Shannon Briggs and a couple others. And then I went on to become a photographer, and I've worked with Hulk Hogan, Brooke Hogan, a bunch of other people and models, from all over the U.S.
Okay, so we're talking boxing, and I know you love your bit of boxing. So first of all, I'm going to ask the question, do you know who Anthony Joshua is?
Yes, I do. And I'm actually a big fan of his.
Okay, we were having the conversation earlier on. I know you came into the room, and thank you for coming into the room. We were discussing the idea of Joshua coming from the UK to the US, and I mentioned the struggles that Lennox Lewis had in his career when he moved from the UK to the US, and tried to say similar things could happen for Joshua. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think you can't really compare Lennox Lewis to, Anthony Joshua, mainly because Anthony Joshua just has that star appeal. I mean, if I remember correctly, I think even the UFC wanted to sign him for like $500 million or something like that.
Yeah, there's some talk about that.
What's that?
There was some talk about that.
Yeah, but it just goes to show that he has that star appeal where I believe that his light, it doesn't dim no matter where he's at. He could be in the UK, the US. If you look at him, he's such a physical specimen, and with his personality, I think he would do well wherever he's at. But especially in the USA, I believe that the US market would love to see more of Anthony Joshua.
So, okay, what about Deontay Wilder? Why don't the American public get behind Deontay Wilder?
Well, I think it may have something to do that I don't believe he really has a promoter per se, and then two, I feel like from what I know about him, I believe his personality, he might be a little bit too real for America today. I feel like I don't even know what caused it, but at some point in the last 10 to 15 years, America has gotten very shy, or they just can't handle anything that's real. And if you say anything a little bit too outrageous, it's like everyone shies away from it. No one wants to support it. And then obviously he's blatantly black. Like he's very much so black. So I think the climate that there is in the U.S. right now, it doesn't support a blatantly black, outspoken, celebrity right now. I mean, they even give LeBron James a hard time because he's blatantly black. So
do you think that the people that would back Wilder would back him if he were to tone down his quote unquote blackness?
Yes, I believe if he played that game and was a lot more politically correct, then yes. But but I don't see it working for him because that's not really his personality. His personality is very rough, real, and raw. Like, he tells it as it is, and, you know, like he says it, he talks it, he walks it. That's just, he's a very real individual. But that realness in the climate of the U.S. that we have today, it works against him. So I believe if he was a little bit more political and, you know, and said things, you know, followed the script similar to how LeBron James did for a long time, I think he would go over a lot better.
Well, Anthony Joshua had a little incident that happened in the UK, which they kind of swept under the carpet. He called Eddie Chambers. He said he was the superior black, and he called Eddie Chambers more or less an Uncle Tom and a bit of a disgrace. Now, now between the black community, we don't have a problem with that because it's quite often we'll call one another those sort of names, and you know, it's not a big thing. It's just, it is what it is. We just say what we say to one another. We don't think twice of it. The people from the outside of the community looking in will say it's racist, but I can't say how one black man talking to another black man telling him he's a disgrace is racist. I didn't quite understand the conversation because, you know.
And that was a big thing over there in the UK?
Well, Joshua texted to Eddie Chambers. Eddie Chambers, for some unknown reason, decided to let the world know about it. But then when I interviewed Eddie about it, I said, "Do you want to fight Joshua?" I said, "Do you want the fight?" There was a whole half an hour of, "Do you want the fight?" Because if you say you want the fight, then I'm sure things can be made to happen. Do you want the fight? Well, let's see what my team have got to say. So why are you showing everybody the video then, or the text message? Why show it? What was the point? You know, it was kind of silly.
Well, you know, I don't know the history between those two or anything, but yeah, it sounds like he probably knows that AJ has his number. So, you know, it's just one of those things that why did he even put it out there? It doesn't work well for him, you know? So
yeah, it was one of those things, and you know, nobody in the community was offended by it. It was everyone outside the community that was offended by it. So, you know, we just.
Well, I feel right now, I especially right now, I feel it's a great time to make the Joshua Wilder fight because we're in a resurgence, you know, period where I feel a lot of black people across the world, there's like an awakening, you know, where we're all starting to realize that, yeah, I think we're starting to realize, like, hold up, this isn't the end all be all. We weren't always like this, you know. We actually come from a continent that taught the entire world how to read and write, you know. There's greatness in our blood. Why are we, you know, living the lowest form of human life right now? And that's a sad but real thing that, you know, I feel like black people as a whole, we're so brilliant, but, you know, when you look at you know, the economics of it, we're on that last rung of the ladder.
Of course.
You know, we're not where we should be, you know?
As Claude Anderson rightly put, he says, we haven't moved on since the 1800s. Still the same.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there was a time, I believe, in the early 1900s up till about the 70s where, you know, I feel, you know, we had, there was Black Wall Street, there was the Negro Leagues, there was the Harlem Globetrotters, there was a lot of different, you know, things where black people worked together that they started to do, but then you had people like J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI and a lot of other people that worked to squash that and you know, put it back down to beginner's level.
Yeah, of course. So I'm glad you go ahead. I'm glad you're saying this because it all kind of gives a history lesson as to why I think we're both in agreement that this fight should be made in Africa.
Yes. I believe that would be probably the biggest fight since Rumble in the Jungle, you know.
Of course.
I mean, and it might even be bigger than it because of the time that we're in now, where I mean, like I said, there's this new thing called Blackfit where, you know, black people from all over the world are starting to move back to Africa and become more successful in Africa than they were in the U.S. or the UK or the Caribbean. You know?
Yeah.
So I think this would be one of those, and especially after the Black Panther movie just came out.
Of course.
You know, yeah, I think that, you know, having the Joshua versus Wilder fight in, so like you said, like in Ghana.
Yeah, I said Ghana.
That would be amazing.
I've got one step further. Have it in the place that was considered Zaire, right where Foreman and Ali fought.
Republic of the Congo.
There we go. Have it there.
I mean, I think Ghana is a better choice, mainly because of the ruler that's there now. I feel he's very progressive, and I feel like it would draw a lot more investment and people over to Ghana. And since the economy is pushing and supporting it, I just feel there's a lot more money there. I feel like the Congo right now, the Democratic Republic of the Congo is not as stable as Ghana is. You know?
Okay. Well, somebody made a comment on YouTube earlier. Africa's not stable. I said, well, the Western world isn't great stable. America isn't stable, and UK isn't stable.
Well, let's be honest right now. As far as the entire U.S. and Europe, none of it is stable right now. If you're going to look at it from a realistic point of view, Africa might be the safest place on the planet, mainly because right now, if you look geologically, you have a lot of earthquakes happening all over the place. You got volcanoes erupting in Hawaii, you know. So to me, that kind of shows that the Ring of Fire is a little bit active. You know, the tectonic plates might be shifting, you know, so something may happen, you know, like from a weather standpoint, or, you know, just from the earth moving can affect the whole entire Western world. And if that's not enough, then you have, you know, people like Trump and Putin that with their egos that could, you know, launch a nuclear war at any moment. So, you know, it's definitely unstable in the West as well.
I know people. You see, but the idea is when you talk to a lot of ignorant people, they believe the media and they think Africa's this place that all you got is people sitting down in the middle of the street with bellies and flies flying in their noses. That's what people pick up Africa, but they don't understand Africa's a very rich place.
Yeah, it's a continent. It's huge. And
of course.
Two, Africa has been for centuries the most preyed upon continent. Like forever. I mean, it's been raped and torn apart by Europeans, the United States. It's been happening for so long that, you know, the damage has been done, and that's what we're seeing. Is after it was raped, it's now starting to recuperate. You know, but it's bouncing back in a big way. You know, I feel like I believe Africa is going to be the place to be in the future.
So a fight between Wilder and Joshua in Africa. Al Heyman involved.
Oh my God. That is going to be huge. That is going to be so huge. I mean, I'm not the type of person to fly out and go somewhere for a fight. I would buy a ticket and fly out to go see that. I just feel it's such a historic thing.
That would be
you just want to be there.
I mean, look, if they can listen, if you can host a bloody fight between Pacquiao and Jeff Horn in Australia, why the hell can't you do it in Africa?
That's true. That's true. I mean, I'm for it, man. I would love to go to pretty much anywhere in Africa to see it, but preferably someplace like Ghana, where I believe the economy and everything is set up for it.
Imagine this world tour. Yeah, you did a world tour that kicked off, you know, you maybe in the UK or the US, and the world tour goes around the world and ends up in the motherland. The press conference finishes in the motherland itself. They've done around the world, and they have to end up in Africa to end the press conference, and the fight is in Africa. Could you imagine that? After them touring America, Canada, the UK, damn, that's a proper world tour. Go to India, do a tour to I don't know, what do you call it, Australia. Do it. Do the biggest world tour ever, and then once you've done all that, finish it off in Africa with the big fight.
I mean, even the people that don't fly out to see that fight, could you imagine how people will be ready and waiting to buy the pay-per-view just to see that?
This fight, yeah, go on. Go ahead.
Even the press conferences, I I believe it will be so interesting. Once you know that fight is signed, I will be watching every little correspondence they have up until the fight. You know, it's going to be huge.
Jimmy, you have that. That would be the biggest world tour known. It would be bigger than Pacquiao and Mayweather, bigger than Tyson Holyfield, bigger than when Lewis fought Tyson, bigger than Hagler Hearns. The biggest fight in boxing history by taking this fight around the world, doing the world tour. Look how Mayweather and McGregor got a world tour for that circus.
Exactly. I mean, and that's why I was just about to bring that up. I mean, in just boxing terms, the Mayweather-McGregor fight should not have been what it was. It should not have been that big. It should not have been that successful. But because of the world tour, but because of both of their personalities, and because Conor was able to get so many people to believe that he was going to win, and he had the whole support of Ireland, you know, that was huge. And to me, and let's be honest, I'm a boxing purist. I love boxing, and I do follow MMA as well. But I knew, from the beginning that the minute that fight was signed, I felt like Mayweather could have gone in there like heavy and still outboxed him or punish him with whichever he wanted to do. But I was still going to pay to see it. So imagine now you have two world-class boxers, two totally different styles, two big punchers, two big personas. I mean, come on. If you cannot call yourself a boxing fan and not want to see that fight, and especially with it being in Africa, it's such a spectacle that hasn't been done in so long. Oh man, like that would literally, I believe that may go down as being the biggest fight in boxing history.
And people talking about, oh yeah, Africa, what's happened in Africa? They forget not too long ago, Lennox was picking himself off a canvas in Johannesburg, was it not?
And to me, that fight, that loss, made Lennox a bigger star than some of the wins he had, because when he came back and avenged that loss, because a lot of people thought Lennox was done after that, the way how he got caught, and then when he came back and did what he did, I mean, he went up in my book,
He got knocked.
I had a huge amount of respect.
He got knocked out in Africa and came back and won the fight in America.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was.
Do you know what? You still there, Keston? Onto me, he's going to go. He's still there, just. We're just waiting for Keston to come back. Oh, he's gone. He'll be back. You there?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, for could you imagine a rematch clause for that fight? I mean, because you can't, I don't know who would control. I believe probably Joshua would still be the A side if it happens in Africa.
Okay.
And that's mainly because he has more belts. But I believe if they do it that way, if Anthony Joshua is kind of like the A side, there will be a rematch clause, and then they can have it in the UK or the US, and either way, it would be a huge rematch.
I'll tell you, the rematch goes. The rematch should go. The winner gets to fight in their country.
Yeah. So much more interesting. Could you imagine? So it's like, okay, yeah, you got your rematch, but now you have to go fight in his hometown, Oh man, I just think that's definitely the fight to make.
Yeah, but hold on.
And then
Yeah, but hold on. Let's imagine. Let's have a situation that what Joshua to get splattered like how Lajkovic got knocked out. He got knocked out. He was still throwing a punch and the leg was in the air. Imagine Joshua get knocked out like that. Just wait for a second. Hold on a second. Who wants to see a rematch of that? Does he want a rematch of that?
Yeah.
Or even Wilder getting splattered by Joshua. Who wants to see a rematch of that?
I mean, I still feel, even after a little bit of time has passed, because of their personalities, you would be like, well, they're both, heavy hitters. Maybe he was just having a bad night in Africa. Maybe he drank some bad water or drugs. And there's still ways to spin it. Personally, I feel Eddie Hearn, even though I feel like him and his dad don't really want this fight because they know it can kind of derail the progress or money train that they're on with Joshua. But I feel even for them, the level and the amount of money they can make from having a fight like that in Africa, or even, let's be honest, even if they did it in the U.S., it would mean so much money for them.
No, I don't want the fight in the US first time round. I want the money to go. I want it to be like in Africa, and maybe the cup is dedicated to maybe something like Nelson Mandela, and Nelson Mandela gold or diamond belt, and with that, or a Zuma Nelson Cup or something. And at the end of it, the money goes towards back into the community of Africa, where to build a proper boxing stadium or boxing gym where the facilities are first class, so the next generation African boxers can have top facilities. That's boxing giving back.
I agree with you 100%, but I'm playing devil's advocate and looking at it from the Hearn's point of view.
Forget the Hearn's point of view. Forget their point of view. Their children are already sorted. Their children's children already sorted. Their legacy is sorted, done and dusted. Let's talk about those in Africa. Let's talk about those in the communities out there. That'd be fantastic. They're hosting the fight. There's jobs opportunity for people out there. It's a huge event. A huge event. Huge event.
I mean, to me personally, from a historic standpoint,
yes,
for the continent of Africa,
yes,
I believe the best place to have it is in Africa.
Of course.
Like I agree with you wholeheartedly there. I just feel that the Hearns, ultimately it does come down to what AJ wants, doesn't it?
No. Why does it come down to what AJ wants? What conversation has been had in Dubai behind closed doors? Who's controlling AJ? Who is AJ really in control of his career? What made him go out and say 50 million? Why did he say 50 million? And why is it now? And why is it now when he's been offered the 50 million, there's a huge backtrack? Oh, I'll fight you for 50 million. But, in the UK. Because it's...
I mean, my opinion is, I feel AJ doesn't feel that he's ready to take on Wilder. I feel like he believes that he would lose, and he's trying to talk himself and everybody else into believing that he has a chance. But I feel in my heart of hearts that he kind of knows that he will lose. And he doesn't really want that fight. I don't think he wants to taste defeat. But his pride will make him push to get that fight. I think his pride is like, you know what? I'm the champ. I can do this. He's just a man. I can beat him.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's all us hangers-ons whispering in his ear. But the thing is this. The first bit of intelligent things he said was, I'll fight Deontay Wilder next year, 2019. To me, that made sense. That made sense.
Yes.
The nonsense is coming out now. We'll fight Wilder next, and I'm in training for Wilder. It's destiny for fight. It might be destiny to fight Deontay Wilder, but timing is everything.
Yes, agreed. I feel like, right now it's just not a good time. Like, you never know. I mean, how old is Wilder now? He's 31.
Listen, does that man look to you? Does that man look 31 to you? Ask Luz or
perception. I feel AJ might feel a little bit more confident if he's like, okay, Wilder's 36, 37 now. I'm, in my prime right now. I think I can take him.
Hey,
I still feel the result is going to be the same.
Listen.
But AJ
Listen.
Confidence,
if AJ wants to go down that route, then he needs to stop looking at George Foreman's comeback fights, because Foreman was knocking guys out at 45 years old.
Let me tell you, Foreman was so dangerous and such a huge puncher. I feel Mike Tyson's camp never wanted that fight.
No, they didn't.
I feel like Mike Tyson didn't want it. Yeah.
No, they didn't. They didn't want that. I remember that.
Yeah, man. You know, Foreman was dangerous, extremely dangerous, even in his 40s.
I remember Gary Mason wanted to fight George Foreman, and he elected to fight Lennox Lewis instead of fighting George Foreman.
Yeah.
But that was smart, wasn't it?
A bad fight. Yeah, okay. You can say the same thing right now for Shannon Briggs. Like, I mean, probably not so much this year, but if you go back last year and the year before and the year before that, there was a lot of people that really didn't want to fight Shannon Briggs, because Shannon Briggs,
David Hay,
you with body punches.
David Hay.
I mean, yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. David do better. You know, I think they all entertainment, but you know, Shannon is a beast. I feel, you know, maybe now I feel they've gotten a little bit tougher with regulating, let's say the supplements, you know. You know, so I'm not sure how well Shannon would do now, you know.
Okay, honestly speaking, how good is AJ? Because we've got the situation with Miller out there who's meant to fight in Brooklyn. We've got Povetkin floating about. And then there's Wilder. Could you risk AJ fighting Povetkin and Miller this year, and then try and take Wilder next year? I think both those fights are risky.
Yeah, both of them. I feel Povetkin is a little bit more risky than Big Baby Miller, you know? I feel Wilder would stop Miller within 10.
Okay.
Povetkin, that's a fight that can, you know, it's a risky fight, but I feel, you know, Wilder would win in the later rounds, or he might even starch him and finish him early. You know?
Who? Povetkin.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think he starts. I think he's starting Povetkin. I really do. Did you see when Price fought Povetkin? He rocked him.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine that's a Deontay.
Price is definitely no Wilder. So.
Exactly.
You know?
So, what you're making of the Tyson Fury comeback train?
Okay, you know, I've been up and down on the Tyson Fury thing. I think I believe Tyson is good for boxing, mainly because of his personality and his skills. He's probably one of the most skilled big men in the game. But who knows what type of Tyson Fury you're getting after all the drama that he's been through the past couple of years.
Exactly.
You know? Who knows
I've been
where
saying
his mind and his body is at, you know? So I would have to see him fight a comeback fight or two to kind of have more of an opinion on that, you know?
Exactly. Where do you put this whole? Somebody made a statement that if Joshua came to if Joshua came to America, he could fill out America arenas like he fills out the UK. I said, there's no way he does that straight away.
Not straight away, but I feel okay. Now, if there wasn't a heavyweight named Wilder out there, you know, I almost feel bad for Joshua's team, because everything would have been set up perfectly for him if there wasn't a Deontay Wilder. You know, he could come here, fight a couple guys, increase his fans and stardom and do all these things. But it's just sad that, you know, he has to go through. If he's coming to the U.S., I mean, there's that Wilder
problem.
Well,
you see, that's what happens when you jump the queue, because the problem they had before was Tyson Fury. So they put Tyson to one side and said, all right, we'll make our money now. Tyson's away, because they were claiming that they were the heavyweight champion when the real champion out of the way, because he's bad for business. Tyson, get him out of the way. So he's out of the way for 3 years. So now they say, right, we've got Tyson out of the way. He's not going to do anything to 2019 anyway, and there's no assurance he's going to come back a better fighter anyway. Those 3 years may have ruined him. Right. So, all right. Then they turn around and they think, well, Lewis Ortiz should deal with Wilder. Wilder's still there.
I mean, okay. I feel, believe it or not, I feel the Lewis Ortiz fight is a huge money fight, and I believe that AJ will beat him. I believe, like, you know, I believe his boxing level is just as good as Lewis Ortiz, and I feel he's more powerful than Lewis Ortiz. I feel like that would be a good scrap, but I feel the best fight for AJ is Big Baby Miller, you know? I feel like that would be the best fight for him to come to the U.S. and, you know,
in Brooklyn.
Some fans and stuff over here.
Yeah, but you know what? That's giving me the real test for AJ, because AJ hasn't fought outside the UK, so you don't know how AJ travels. You don't know what his fan base is like. Dillian White's got a fantastic fan base, accordingly, in the UK, but then he has to come and fight Malcolm Tan, who hasn't fought in over 9 years in the US, and the ring wasn't even full. So you tell me.
Yeah, it all depends on who he fights. Like, okay, if you put Big Baby Miller versus AJ, I feel that's a big fight. It would get, you know, a lot of people watching. If you put I always forget his name. You just said him a little while ago, the Jamaican one.
Dillian White.
Yes. If you put Dillian White versus Ortiz, that a lot of people are going to want to see that fight. I believe that's going to be a huge fight. You know, I don't think Dillian White wants that fight, but you know, it would be a very good fight.
Okay.
You know? I mean, I'll definitely pay to see it.
Well, at the end of the day, Joshua Wilder has to be in America, in Africa. US and UK have made enough money off of us. I think now he needs to go. Some of that money needs to go to Africa. I really do.
Yeah, I believe that's an amazing historic fight, and I think it's gonna settle the landscape in boxing, because once they fight and you know who the unified champ is, then everybody else can kind of fall in place and you can go from there. I believe there's gonna be nothing but great match after that.
The undisputed heavyweight champion of the world is fought in Africa. Oh my God.
I got goosebumps just thinking about that.
Yeah, Mo, that's amazing. Everybody has to come to the motherland to watch boxing. Or they're watching, and you know, all the beautiful sights that are in Africa that can be shown. There's so many things you can bring up. I mean, it's okay to have a World Cup out there, right? It's okay to have a World Cup out there. It's okay to play football out there, but it's not okay to have a huge boxing event out there. Come on. But it's okay to do it in Australia. It's okay to do it in Australia. It's okay for Pacquiao to fight Horde in Australia, but it's not okay for Joshua and Wilder to fight in Africa. No.
Okay, right now, if you look at what's happening with all the world superpowers, they've all kind of been vying to who's going to have the upper hand in investing in Africa, and obviously China won, followed by Japan.
Yep.
Like Asia is investing heavily into Africa right now. And I believe with the combination of Africa and Asia working together, Africa within 10 years is going to be the place to be for pretty much everything. I mean, it's the richest, as far as materials go, it's the richest place on the planet. And I believe, and obviously that's where all human life started. So it's like, it's rich in people, it's rich in minerals,
culture.
It's rich in just
rich in culture, history. It's rich in culture and history. Oh, it's gone again. We'll be back in a minute. Hold on a second, people. Hold on, people. We'll be back in a second. Let's get the king back in the room.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Yeah, see, you're talking too much African stuff at the moment. It happens. I think WhatsApp is racist. And I was talking about Mexico with Sunday, and then the WhatsApp just cut off. Now we're talking Africa. I think WhatsApp is racist.
I mean, you have to be honest, though. The world is changing fast. And ultimately, we have to get, in order to survive as a species, we have to get to a point where we're not all fighting each other. Because it's silly, you know? Now, just try and imagine, because you can see already what's happening with just Africa and Asia working together.
Yeah.
Imagine if they combined their resources and then you had, the West get their act together and, stop trying to control everybody and just work with both Africa and Asia and South America, just from a resources point of view and from, all the ingenuity of all the different people, we collectively, if we work together as a species, there's no reason why by the year 2050 we can't start colonizing Mars, or at least working for a way to create atmosphere on different planets. Well,
check this out. Hold this a second. But the Chinese are in the Caribbean as well. And let me be frank with you. It's not a reciprocal relationship. The Chinese have got a passports to get into Grenada, but I can guarantee you now, I couldn't use my Trinidad or Grenadian passport and go to China and get anything done for me. But yet, the Chinese can come in and do what they want in Grenada. So that is not a relationship that is reciprocal. It's an abusive relationship.
It's not reciprocal right now. But I feel what's happening in Africa. If you look at what's happening in Tanzania and in Ghana, I believe they're starting to say, and Kenya too, and I believe even in I think South Sudan. Is it South Sudan? No, sorry, not South Sudan. Rwanda. If you look at what's happening in Rwanda, I believe the African leadership, before, here's what used to happen, right? They would get investments from the West or from China, and then just the politicians would take all the money and they wouldn't reinvest it into their people or into the public. That's starting to change now.
Bro.
The African leaders, starting to spread well.
The truth is this, right? If you want real talk about China and Africa and their relationship, let me tell you something. When I was in Grenada, not one person of color was working in when the Chinese were over in the construction sites. It was all Chinese people. So the money was kept in-house with the Chinese people. So there's no jobs for the people on the island. It's not like the Chinese are coming over and saying, okay, you know what? Here we're going to come over. We'll do some of the building, and we'll get a contract with some people from Grenada, people of the island, and create job opportunities. Not creating job opportunities for Grenadians.
They're not doing that at all.
So
that's what I was leading towards, is that China is doing the smart thing. They're taking care of their people first. That's their mentality.
Keston.
Any hate or resentment towards like the people of the Caribbean or Africa, but they're like, hey, we have the money, we have this, so we kind of want
hold on.
People.
Check this a second. You look at all the communities, everyone's doing for self, all right? The Chinese community is doing what they're doing for their community. The Irish community do what their community. The Indian community do what they do for their community. Do you know what I mean? The Jewish community do what they do for their community. And everyone's doing what they're doing for the community. When it comes to us, we're doing for everyone else's community, but we can't even look after ourselves.
Exactly.
And then when we try,
that's what I'm seeing starting to change, and it's starting in Africa. And Africa is the best place for it to change, because Africa,
I agree.
Is now realizing how rich and powerful they are.
I agree, but it's not going to. Even if you say it's going to change, what's going to happen? The roots that we're sitting at the moment is that the Chinese are already there doing the work, but we're not getting jobs from that. So the Chinese are getting into places like the Caribbean, not offering us any opportunities. So the wealth stays in China. It stays with China, and we continue to be broke. So that's not building. What we need to do is to do things in-house. Do for self. They're not doing for self. So therefore, there's no progression there. Maybe we'll have all these lovely stadiums and stuff, but where's the money going to? And where's the debt going back to? We're going to have to owe the Chinese for all the stadiums built.
Well, I mean, you can look at it from a global standpoint, and I personally, like, from an unbiased point of view, you have to admire the play that China is making, because they're slowly kind of taking over the whole world. But if there's anybody that I feel can combat that, is Africa continent, because Africa is just the richest place on the face of the
planet. But even in Africa, Africa's got huge problems. Just look at South Africa. Look at the stuff that's going in South Africa.
Okay. Well, look at what's his name? I forget how you say this. Aiko Dagante.
Yeah.
He's that Nigerian billionaire.
Yep.
Look at what he's doing right now. He's actually building oil refineries in Africa because he noticed that problem too. He says, "Hey, I got tired of seeing the Chinese come here, the United States come here, the UK come here, and they pay us for our raw materials, and then they take it back to their country, refine it, and make all the money. That has to stop." So now Africa is starting to build their own oil refineries, their own processing centers, and they're starting to open up their own factories, similar to what's happened in China. I mean, it should have happened a long time ago, but it's starting to happen now, where they're starting to like do everything in-house, you know. And I believe that's only going to happen more and more as time goes by. And a lot of the smarter African countries now, like Tanzania, like Ghana, are saying, okay, hey, we don't mind you coming in here, China, but you're gonna have to employ our people or no deal.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
More of what's to come.
People are mentioning stuff about white farmers being murdered in South Africa, but you know, and I
find that so interesting about the whole white farmers in South Africa and in Zimbabwe.
There's a killing. There's a killing every day in America. There's a killing every day in America. We could go on, you know, of rapings and killings and pillages has been on for years for our people, but we could go on about that all day. Killing isn't right either way, regardless of color. Killing isn't right. Any way you look at killing isn't right, but we're gonna say, most of us will say, okay, but we get killed. We get killed every day, and you know, they ain't nobody apologizing for us. You know.
I saw something the other day that actually really hit home,
and
it was a white guy that said it. He says, you know, they were talking about the gun control laws here in the U.S., and he says you have to understand the mentality of a bully. A bully will continue to bully you as long as they can. Who a bully they won't go after is somebody that's bigger and stronger than them. Like, you know, they won't go after those. So what needs to happen is the victims need to make themselves bigger and stronger, and that way they won't be, you know, in a position to be bullied anymore. Potentially,
that's why they run to Russia.
What's that?
Potentially, that's why they run to Russia and run to China.
Right. So I look at the whole thing that's happening in South Africa right now, and I'm like, well, listen, they stole the land from these people. They colonized them, took their land, and now they're starting to take it back. What's the problem?
But there is some problems here. When you're taking back the land, the people who are taking back the land are not educated enough to look after the land, so the land becomes a waste.
That's the problem. So the biggest thing is education. I believe that, you know, you need to have educated. First of all, you need to have educated people in power, because it's hard to get them out, and they need to create systems of education for all the people there. I believe everyone there needs to be offering free college, free, you know, they need to have it where it's the government is paying to educate all of the locals.
See, the thing is, once there is a law of a land that is followed, that every man is equal and not one man is superior and another man is treated like a beast. When everyone is equal, then's when things will change, when laws are changed. But as long as certain people are in control, and over, that's where the problems are. When certain people,
in all honesty, not only the laws, I believe you have to actually really attack different areas. You need to really get into media. I believe,
of course,
the portrayal of certain people in media has to change. You have to change the healthcare system to benefit all human beings, you know, And here's the thing. Here's the reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw this brother talk about this on YouTube just today, and it made me laugh. He says if white people had their way, the racist white people, so if they had their way, they got rid of every black person, every Asian person, every brown-skinned person on the planet, it would be their due. And I was like, I listened to see if he had the same thought that I did, and he pretty much did. He says because any people that are so filled with hate and so warlike, they're going to find a reason to fight each other, and they're going to end up killing each other off. You know?
That's for sure.
So what's that?
Who would have built the White House?
Exactly. So I think you need to get to a point where we all stop the hating.
Yeah.
I mean, I know for some people it's hard for them to get over things that were done to them in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But for the sake of all humanity, we all need to get past the hating and start just loving one another. And I can find beauty in every culture, in every color. I mean, everyone has the same mentality that we're all here, we're all human, and we're all fighting for the survival of our species. I believe that, we can do amazing things together, and that we can all love one another,
We could.
I can look at an African sister and see how beautiful and powerful she is, and I can say the same thing about a white woman,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure, females can do the same thing about black, Asian, Indian, it doesn't matter. Like, we should all be able to see the beauty in one another and respect one another and get over that complex of I'm better than you. That's where I believe we all go wrong.
And that's the reason why Wilder versus Joshua has to happen in Africa. No, but it all leads back to the motherland, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, that's where our species started, and I believe that's our best chance at survival. That we all need to come together, and I believe you light that torch of love and friendship in the motherland, and it will just spread from there. It'll spread from there across the whole planet.
Absolutely. Just imagine. So you better get on the phone to Al, and you better tell Al, listen, we need Joshua Wilder. That's what you need to do.
I don't have a direct line to Al, but I spoke to one of his fighters and told him, exactly as we said, man, let's have this fight in Africa. And he actually agreed with it. And he's the funny thing is we both got to talking about Floyd, and Floyd is actually investing over there in Africa.
Forget Floyd. Floyd's an idiot. Floyd turned around and said, Floyd's an idiot. He went to Africa and he went and made a statement. He says, why should I go to Africa? Africa's done nothing for me when I had no money in my back pocket. Floyd's an idiot. Even if you feel those things. Even if you feel those things. Go on.
Floyd, I believe, is good at getting people to hate him. Getting people to dislike him. I think he's very good at that. I don't know him personally, but I believe from what I've heard from the people that do know him personally that he's a lot nicer than he comes off. And I think in public, he says things to kind of get people upset at him, I don't see how that benefits him now that he's not fighting anymore. But it does keep attention on him. It does keep people talking about him,
Okay. He says that.
From what I know.
Yep. Go on.
Yeah, from what I know, he's actually starting to invest in real estate over there in Ghana specifically.
Okay, that's fair enough. Somebody says, Slotty Girl says, how would you secure the money generated from a fight in Africa would actually benefit the people in Africa? Government is corrupt. Well, there needs to be a direct funnel between what the money is there for and it actually being built and completed.
I mean, that's why I think Ghana is a good choice because they're a little bit less corrupt than other places.
Right.
I believe, if you get Al Heyman involved, one way or another, it's going to get done the right way.
But Al Heyman is with Al Heyman. Wilder's an Al Heyman fighter, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
So there you go.
So once Al's involved, I believe everything will be on the up and up.
One last question. Go on.
No, it's such a weird thing. Nobody ever sees he's a hell author, but he's so, I would say, feared and respected worldwide that, you know, if he says that the money, you know, is safe, then you know it's safe. You know?
Okay, what about what's your thoughts on Eddie Hearn and how he comes over in America, and can he overtake someone like Al Heyman?
I don't think he's going to be able to overtake Al Heyman. I believe, you know, I actually felt Eddie Hearn's best play would have been to keep going with Showtime and work with American fighters as using Showtime as you know, the broadcast company here. But I guess he cut a deal with some new online, you know, subscriber type thing. I don't think that's going to work out as well as he believes it's going to work out. You know, I think he'd have been better off doing traditional promoting and using HBO, Showtime, and the bigger networks.
Absolutely.
PBC, you know? Yeah. But you know what it is? Sometimes greed, the idea that you may make a lot more money, can keep you from making more money, you know?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. But this is a conversation that will rage on, I'm sure. I hope that somebody listens to this, gets a hold of Al Heyman if Al hasn't thought himself, and get the fight in Africa. That would shut Joshua down with his, I don't want to fight in America because of the judges. Well, what happened? What happened to the big talk of a ring is a ring? What happened to all that crap talk? Yeah. As long as it's in the UK, he'll go to hell and back in the UK. I'll fight Wilder and I'll mess him up. I'll beat him up. I'll mess him up. I'll mess him up in the UK.
I want to say, yeah,
It's like,
I hope somebody that knows Joshua is watching, and I want them to go and say this to Joshua, saying, listen, dude, you're young, and even if you lose to Wilder, which a lot of people kind of already think that you would, just by you having the courage to fight him, and if you put up a good enough fight, your stock will still rise. You know, all you have to do is avoid being knocked out cold in a bad way. You know, so if you fight a safe fight and you know, and you do some damage when you can throw your combinations, fight on the inside, you know, you never know. There's still a chance you may catch him. So I feel there's upside for Joshua. Either way you look at it, if he goes brave.
Brother,
if he goes brave.
Brother, you're sending a man to the slaughterhouse. And it's like sending the lamb to a slaughterhouse and saying, well, you know, there's so many other lambs that have been slaughtered. You just might be that lamb that doesn't get slaughtered in the slaughterhouse. And you're walking into the slaughterhouse and the machine's there ready, just churning around ready. And he's saying, like, you know, you might just be the one that doesn't get minced today. You might be. Not today, you'll get minced. And you've seen the last 10 sheep get minced, and you're like, you're next. And they're saying, you're going to get minced. No, you won't get minced. It's okay. We've got something different for you. It doesn't matter. Go on.
It's not that way saying it, too.
It's true, though. It's like, at some point in time, you're getting touched by that right hand. It might not be the first. It might not be the second. It might not be the third. But you will get touched by that right hand. So it's eventually you're going to get hit by Wilder. Because somebody said, he might fight Wilder and he might not get hit. Well, you tell me one fighter that hasn't been hit by Deontay Wilder.
I know.
And Joshua's not...
Okay. Look at Burns' record before Wilder. What did he look like? Did he seem like the type of fighter that would be slumped over on the ring before Wilder?
No way.
You know, so I feel this like cumulative damage. I feel like Wilder touched him in the first fight they had and did a lot of damage, and it may not have shown that night, but it definitely showed the second fight. You know, it showed up the second fight, man. He was not the same fighter. You know. So, I mean, fighting Wilder right now, it's like fighting an in-prime George Foreman, but with the mentality he had when he was in his 40s.
Yeah. Oh, there was one other thing I was mentioning to you, and it's, I don't know what your intel is like, but What is this thing going on in Dubai? Joshua's always going to Dubai, going to Dubai, going to Dubai. They call it the millionaire's mansion.
There's a lot of money there.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of money in Dubai.
I know there's a lot of money in Dubai, but in terms of handlers and people, do you think there are people controlling his career now because he's hit that £1 million mark, that he's worth so much money now that he's got handlers around him? Or do you think he's in control of his career?
I still believe that he's in control of his career. I don't see him being controlled. I don't even think Hearn really controls him. I feel Hearn is afraid that Joshua may opt to leave him and you know, start working with Mayweather. You know, like,
yeah, I think he'd be. Me personally, I'd love to see Joshua join Al Heyman and Mayweather Promotions.
Oh man, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. And I believe it would be the best thing for his career.
Me too.
Because, like I said, even after the Wilder fight, if he gets starts like I believe he will, you know, who would be better to rebuild him and make it more money than Al Heyman?
In that case, then, if you're going to rehabilitate him, then you'll have to go Virgil Hunter, because he likes to rehabilitate broken fighters.
Yes. You know, in all honesty, I believe the worst thing you can do for Joshua is let him fight Deontay twice. I believe, you know, I'm being honest. I feel like, okay, unless he wins. If he wins, okay. And then there's a possibility because they're heavyweights and anything can happen. But, you know, if you know, Deontay does to AJ what I believe he's going to do to him, I believe he needs to take about a year off. He needs to
go into hiding. Go into hiding.
Yeah. Spend a lot of time with Virgil Hunter, you know. and then come back and fight like a Big Eddie Miller or somebody like that. And then I feel like, you know, because I mean, let's be honest, Deontay, the damage he does, it leaves you very different.
That's what I'm saying. You see, Dominic Brazil still coming to fight. He wants to fight. He's ready to fight Deontay Wilder. No, yeah, he's ready to fight. Yeah, you see, but you see how these guys can continue their boxing careers afterwards. Takam wants to continue fighting after fighting Joshua. What's his name? Yeah, what's the other guy that fought? Parker's ready to continue fighting after fighting Joshua. All these guys are ready to finish after fighting Joshua.
Parker's got a hell of a chin, first of all.
Yeah. I don't know if that right hand. Of see, people forget Wilder's right hand ruins careers, and you know, it's not. People say I can't wait for AJ to lose. It's not that. In fact, I'm scared that he loses, because in the UK he's going to get savaged by the media. He's going to get savaged by the media. He really is. So it's not something I look forward to.
I mean, okay, well, look at it like this, right? The UK has nothing to worry about. You know why? Because you guys have a guy named Daniel Dubois, I believe his name is.
Yep.
That's coming up. And that guy is going to be a monster. He's going to be somebody who's going to be very difficult.
You really think so?
He has a couple more fights left.
Bro, you really think so? Really?
I believe so, man. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel with him, he needs to let his confidence continue to grow.
I think.
And he needs to.
I'm not sure.
Sharpen up.
Okay.
I feel he needs to sharpen up his footwork, you know, a little bit more, you know. But once he has his footwork, you know, and this is overall boxing needs to improve, which will happen with more fights. I believe he's going to be another potential superstar. I believe he's probably the next big one coming out of the UK.
Would you believe after all the talking I've done tonight, and I've been trying to give both guys I talked about both guys and living this and boosting the sport up. There's still people on here that think I've got something in for AJ. I don't.
They're under. You know what it is? Because you're being brutally honest. Like you and I don't have anything against AJ, and I'm trying to make the Wilder AJ fight. I'm trying to say it in a sort of political way. But you checked me. You sound like you're just setting a lamb out to slaughter.
You are. Look, people are not understand. People just talk for talking's sake, and then what they do, they come on YouTube, they make their comments. And then when the fight happens and it all goes pear-shaped, then they all go quiet and they run off somewhere else until the next fight comes up. And then they come out the hole again and they make the little comments and then they disappear again when things all go wrong. I'm telling you, I'm telling you things from a long distance. No, listen. Check this. Check this idea, yeah? I said to him a long time ago about Lee Selby, one of UK fighters. I said, I like Lee Selby. He pulls back in straight lines and leaves his chin in the air. And I said he's very vulnerable to a left hook. And I said that if somebody can time him right and put combination together on this guy, when he pulls straight back for punches, they can beat him. And he hasn't looked good in recent fights. I did mention that. Now, now, go ahead.
I can use that same scenario with Hay Value too. Like I personally am a fan of David Hay, and I wanted to see him do well, but I knew he was going to lose. Right? I knew he was going to lose, and I was hoping beyond hope that he would somehow, rekindle something. But I just, I feel like if he fights, Value 10 out of 10. He may get lucky and win one fight, but I believe, Value wins that 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of David Hay.
Look, people are entitled to their opinion. Of course, people are entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
Well, they're entitled to their opinion.
Now,
but
I have a question for you.
Okay.
How do you feel about Peter Quillen versus Chris Eubanks Jr.? Hello?
I'm thinking about it. Quinton got blasted out and around by Danny Jacobs, right?
Yes. But from what I know, he struggled to make weight in that fight because it was at a lower weight,
Okay.
He struggled to make weight, and then, and obviously Danny has incredible power, and speed. I don't think
Sorry, I've got to do something because it's just annoying now. I have to do this. So just give me a second. Hold on a second. I have to do this. I'm just absolutely fed up with this. I've had enough. Of month after week after week after week after week. So I've just got rid of somebody now. I'm just fed up with them. Every show, on and on and on. So it's like, no more. Keep going. Go ahead. Sorry.
I would like it. To me, that's a fight that I would like to see. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it as well. Definitely.
I believe. I don't think Chris has the power to really stop. Peter, but he has a lot of speed, a lot of combination, and I just think it would be a great fight. It would be a great fight to watch.
Eubank Jr. is a good fighter. If Quillen can control him with the jab, fine.
Yes.
Quillen's going to have to control him with the jab. Is Eubank Jr. prepared to take a fight like Peter Quillen now?
What's that?
Is he prepared to take a fight with Peter Quillen now? I mean, that's a high risk and and it's no reward in it.
Well, there's no reward really for Chris, but I think he's Chris is ranked fifth as super middleweight right now.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I'm not into the whole. I mean, I mentioned it at for example, what the last workout before the fight, I compared the two fighters. I saw George Groves working to a game plan. I saw Chris Eubank Jr. just throwing punches. I said, if that's the way the fight's going to go, Groves is going to win this fight very easily. And as long as Eubank Jr. doesn't have a trainer, then I think anybody who's of decent quality. I think Quillen had a good amateur background as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So then, I'll go with Quillen. I'll go with Quillen because of the amateur background, because of the boxing fundamentals. Eubank still doesn't know how to box. He can fight, he can scrap, but I'll go with Peter Quillen on that one. Plus, Quillen can punch as well.
But if they announced it, would you want to see that fight?
If Peter Quillen replied to me on Twitter, I might be more inclined to want to watch it, but for the moment, no.
Sounds good. I'll make sure I let him know that, man.
Yeah, well, he's ignored me for a long time. So for me at the moment, he's ignored me after following me. I'd rather he didn't follow me at all. No, I'd rather he didn't follow me, because if he didn't follow me, then I wouldn't have felt so bad. But the fact he follows me and then ignores all the instant messages, he ain't that busy. I know I saw him doing some building to his house and stuff, but he ain't that busy.
I honestly feel it's just, you know, he's caught up with family and
listen,
trying to figure out his career right now.
Listen, bro, it does not take. Bro, it doesn't take 30 seconds to respond to a Twitter message. He's not that famous. He's not that important. I mean, let's be honest. Come on. Even Donald Trump can reply to a bloody Twitter message, and he's president of America.
Actually, you would probably get a much faster reply from Donald than anybody else.
There you go. There you go. So don't tell me he's busy. Don't tell me he's busy, because Donald's really busy at the moment. You know?
Well, I guess it all comes down to what their priorities are. You know, some people, I know people that have Instagram and they never look at it. They don't even look at it. They're just there. You know?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is with him. Because like I've tried hitting him up on social media at times when I forgot. Because I have 2 phones and I didn't have his number in one, so I hit him up on social media. It took him like a month or so to get to me. And then, you know, when I call him on his phone, he answers every time normally, you know? So,
by the way,
and same thing with Flow Rider.
Yeah? You got contact with Flow Rider, have you?
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, like, I had Flow Rider's number because I used to work with him.
Yep.
So when I had his phone number, I would hit him up and then never hear back from him after he got, like, really big, you know? Because before he got big, you know, he'd come over to the house and we would even box and stuff. Because, you know, well, he wasn't really into it, but I would box with some of the other guys in the group, you know? And he would just kind of be around and hang out and stuff. But then, you know, once he got big, the only way I hear from him now is through Instagram, really.
Well, hey, bro, cuz it's the same thing. I mean, listen, Keith Thurman used to ring my house at all times of the night. All times of the night, my man would ring. Right, my wife had to even tell him once, "Hey, stop ringing the house at this time of the night." I said, "It's cool, it's only Keith." Right, and now it's once upon a time Thurman. You don't even pick up a Facebook message. So,
there's something, you know, maybe because we haven't got to that level of fame and popularity yet. Because I mean, I manage a few models right now that are actually getting pretty popular, and the one thing I hear from all of them is that they wish social media didn't exist. Like, they hate it. They hate being, you know, they're very sensitive. I feel, and it may be just the thing where social media is damaging to a lot of people because they see all the negative comments and all that stuff. So after a while, they just want to be turned away from the world. They want their privacy, you know?
Guess who hit me up today? You'll never guess who hit me up today.
Shannon Briggs.
No, I don't want to hear from Shannon. I've got nothing to say to Shannon no more. Shannon's a joker. Forget Shannon. No, you will never believe who hit me up. Never believe it.
My mom?
No, not your mom, no. Do you remember the guy who did celebrity boxing in America?
What's that?
The guy who set up Todd Bridges and Vanilla Ice.
Oh, crap. What's his name?
Damon Feldman.
Yes.
He hit me up. He hit me up today.
What did he want to talk about?
He hit me up. He hit me up today, and he wants me because he's just released his book. He wants me to call him back today and get an interview with. Talk to him.
Yeah, go. Why are you still talking to me, man?
Because you're the big shot, bro. You're the big shot. I've got to speak to you, innit?
No, man.
I can't wait for. Bro, look, Dave Feldman's not going to talk to me about Africa, is he? But hey, but let me tell you something. If I spoke to Feldman, I'm sure he'll take the fight to Africa, though. There's money in it, man. There's money in it.
Oh yeah, 100%. He'll go wherever there's money. That's for sure. Yeah, maybe don't talk to him about Africa. How about that?
What's that? What's that?
before you know it, him and all his buddies will be like, you know, raping Africa all over.
Maybe so. Oh dear. Maybe so. Maybe so. I've got my man Blood Boxing. He's saying that basically he's just doing a video. It's called Anthony Joshua is a coward point blank. And another video says dumb Anthony Joshua fan still delusional. Oh, the legend that is Blood Boxing returns. Right. Okay. I'm out of here. I'm going to try and talk to Mr. Feldman, get him on. Kaz, thank you so much for the interview. What? Oh, there we go. WhatsApp. Must be Anthony Joshua fan. Let's finish this off. We got a call coming through. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Kaz. Really appreciate you. Sorry you couldn't actually say goodbye to you, but yeah, that's it from cousin Keston and myself. And I'll be trying to track down Mr. Feldman. That'll be probably a show we'll do tomorrow. Thank you all so much for listening, and speak to you all soon. Thanks for listening. Take care.